Good day, dear friends. I am very glad to see you in Meri's kitchen. Today, I will show you how to prepare one of the most popular Georgian dishes, Chanakhi. Now I will list the ingredients and start cooking. The primary ingredient in Chanakhi, undoubtedly, is meat. This particular one is beef, however. You can choose according to your preference. You might opt for pork or perhaps lamb, so it depends on your personal taste. Vegetables. I have a few eggplants right here. Bell peppers, they are called sweet peppers also. I have them of different colors, different shapes. Fresh tomatoes, onions, hot peppers, a few cloves of garlic, potatoes, and a few cherry tomatoes. And here are my favorite herbs. I have parsley, cilantro, and basil. All ingredients are already ready for cooking, and now I just need to cut them. I will also add salt as I like. Chili pepper, although I have fresh ones, I prepared them here. You can also add chopped chili pepper as you like, but I won't add it since I have a fresh one. About tomatoes, and I want to say, if it's not the season and there are no tomatoes, and if you have tomatoes in their own juice, use it. I cook them on my channel. They are very tasty. They are perfect for such a dish, or use pureed tomato juice. I've listed already all the ingredients. As I want to bake this recipe in the oven, my desire is to ensure the meat is well browned. To achieve this, I plan to fry it in a cauldron named kazan. And now, the first thing I will do is I will slice the eggplants. I'll salt it, and as a result, this bitter juice comes out. At this point, I proceed to chop the meat. I will cut the meat into large pieces. Today is Mom's birthday, so we're going to see her. Preparing that form a part of Chanakhi. Of course, their birthday table will already be set, but I still want to take something tasty from myself. And in this mold, I will cook Chanakhi for my mother. We will bake it there. I will bake our Chanakhi here in these clay pots. For men, I will use these big ones. This small one is enough for me. That's it, I start frying the meat in a cauldron. So, let it heat up, and after that, I will immediately send the meat in the cauldron without vegetable oil, because I want it to be just dry. The cauldron is already warmed up, it is already hot, and I will pour the meat. I mix everything up, turning all the pieces of meat on each side to drain them tightly. So, until the meat is stewed here, not yet poured in the vegetable oil, I will chop all these vegetables. You can cut it as you like, I won't cut it too finely. These are quite large pieces, but it is up to you, you can slice as you like. As the food includes onions, along with sweet peppers and tomatoes that I have simmered, I'll incorporate merely a single onion and simply envelop it in its fresh state. The meat has already started roasting. It means there is almost no juice there anymore. I'll stir like this for another minute, and then I will pour in the cauldron vegetable oil. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Let it fry for a couple of minutes. I'll take the meat out of the cauldron. Chili pepper, half each, because they are very hot. I'll cut the garlic into small pieces. It will be more delicious. This dish suits it so well. I think a bit more pepper would be good. The meat is cooked very well. I take it out. At this moment, I must press these small blue eggplants. I'll compress them using a juicer. So I put the eggplant here, in this part of the device. Typically, my husband assists me with this task by using his hands to squeeze. Currently, I must manage it alone. The eggplants are completely squeezed, with no leftover juice. I move all the squeezed eggplants into a pot for frying. As they fry, I will slice the potatoes. The potatoes can be chopped into slices or big chunks. I cut potatoes into the pieces like this. All that remains is to chop the greens and put all the prepared ingredients into the clay pots. I also want to say a few words about the fact that it is not necessary to cook Chanakhi in clay dishes or pots. Instead of them, Chanakhi can be braised over low heat in a cauldron. in an ordinary pot with a thick bottom, you can mix it all together and bake in the oven, or in the forms like this, which I will send to my mother. That's it. I'm chopping the herbs. Now, as I said previously, I'm going to move all of this prepared mixture into the clay pots and into this specific mold. Firstly, I start with placing the meat. The eggplants have been pre-salted, which means there's no necessity to sprinkle additional salt over the meat. As I said, you can mix everything and put it in the oven. Sweet peppers, I have them of different colors, but you can use only one color bell pepper. You can use some canned vegetables if you have no fresh or they are not available because of the current season. Next, I add a small amount of salt. Not too much, because the eggplants have been pre-salted. Thus, I went ahead and squeezed it regardless, to avoid making it too salty. I'm also going to put in some garlic. If you knew what aromas are here, hot peppers. Now I'll fill it with potatoes. So now I'm going to pour all these clay pots with this delicious sauce, with stewed onions, sweet peppers and tomatoes. This is a very tasty sauce. As I said, you can use crushed tomatoes. If this is not available, then you can dilute the tomato paste in water and add it. All the vegetables will release their own juice, and this goodness will also mix, and it will be very, very tasty. I'll now scatter these tasty herbs into every mold and pot. Since I have a lot of herbs, I will use all the herbs. Let's just add cherry tomatoes too. I'll cover it and turn on the oven. Now I will send all the pots in the oven to bake at 200 degrees for about 40-45 minutes. Then I'll remove the lid and continue baking for 20 minutes. I've timed it for 1 hour 50 minutes to then uncover it, allowing the meat to fully cook. This indicates the oven is preheated to 47 degrees. The oven is nicely heated. I'm placing a baking sheet underneath to catch any drips. It will keep the juices on the sheet. And in this very nice tray that I prepared for my mother's table, I'll also add cherry tomatoes. Now I'll wrap it in foil and place it in the fridge. I place this for me in the fridge till tonight. We'll bake it later. From now we wait for 40 minutes. Now is a good time. I check the dish is ready. I can grab the small clay pot with my hand, as the grip is oversized for it. Let us take a look. Right here is a bell pepper. Meat was cooked very well and stewed. I'll get the potatoes now. And the potatoes are well stewed. So the Georgian style dish named Chanakhi is already ready. This, like I said, is going to Grandma's for my mom's birthday. We will bake it in the oven there. And of course, Chanakhi with Georgian bread lavashi is very tasty. Now I know someone will write about me that this is an ordinary vegetable stew. Yes, this is a vegetable stew, but with meat in the Georgian way. Prepare it and call it what you want. It is very tasty and of course healthy. There are a lot of vegetables here. That's all. If you want to see some Georgian video recipes, Just write in the search engine of my channel the name of the dish, for example, kumkali or khachapuri. It will show you anything you want will come out, because almost all the Georgian dishes I have cooked already and they are on my channel. Besides, I cooked not only Georgian dishes but also dishes from different countries. Now it's time to say goodbye.